Hey, Penny Rafferty Realty. You know, I talk about random things or things that happen to me throughout the week. So I got this email from NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors, and it was a stat about the economic impact of a typical home sale. So this I thought was interesting. So I've got one for South Carolina and one for Georgia. They're substantially the same. There's a few numbers that are surprising, and I thought I'd share them with you. So the first number, and this is for South Carolina, and again, it's the economic impact. And the real estate industry accounted for 80.3 billion with a B dollars, or 21% of the gross state product in 2025. You have to sell a lot of houses to do that. So how does that break down? The total economic impact, according to NAR, they estimated to be $120,250 on a sale of a home. Now, I know you said that sounds crazy. Let me break this down for you. And also, if you want it, I can upload these. I can send these to you. So, of the $120,000, income generated from the real estate industries. So that's not just realtor fees, that is closing, that is escrow, that is title, that is movers, that is storage. That's everything that goes into a real estate transaction. So it's not just real estate fees. And that's $33,000. So that's about 27, almost 28% of that 120,000. The next one's a little bit smaller. It's 4.8%. But it is expenditures related to the home purchase. So what that means to you is furniture, appliances, mini blinds, contractors, things of that nature. Now, some of us spend more, some of us spend less. Of course, I'm on the more side, and that may be immediate because I know I've spent a lot more than that. But that's furniture, refrigerator, washer, dryer, lights, things like that. So that's about 4.8% of the 120,000. Next, this is called a multiplier of the housing-related expenditures. And what that means to you is people who work at Home Depot. You go to Home Depot, you buy a refrigerator, washer, dryer. Well, there's somebody there that sells it to you. And then there's somebody who delivers it and installs it for you. And then they take their paycheck and they push it out. They go to Kroger and buy groceries, or they buy lunch, things of that nature. So that accounts for 15, almost 16% of the $120,000, or $18,860. And then the last little bit, now this was surprising. This is 51% of the $120,000, and it is new home construction. So additional home sales added to the resales. There's one new home constructed for every 6 existing home sales. So one new home construction for every 6 existing home sales. So that value is added back into the economy. And again, that is permits, that's labor, that's all of the things that go into building a house for you. So I thought that was an interesting stat, and that's for South Carolina. For Georgia, it's relatively the same. The economic impact is about 121,000 versus 120. But in the state of Georgia, the real estate industry accounted for $181.6 billion with the B. That's not a lot of money. And in South Carolina, it was 80. It's $100 billion more. That's a lot of money. And it was 19.6 of the gross domestic product, or the gross state product, in 2025. So, and then the numbers play out to be the same as far as expenditures go. So what that means to you is when you buy a home, if it's new construction, you're putting more value into the local economy. If it's a resale, you're still supporting the local economy through the real estate transaction, through the buying of the appliances, and then having those people push that out back. So if you're coming to South Carolina, reach out to me. My name is Penny Rafferty. I'm a full-time realtor here in Margaritaville, but I also help you with Sun City. There's 2 other 55 plus K-Habninians here in South Carolina, and a new Del Webb in Georgia. So if you're interested in 55 plus, I'm able to show you both new and resale. So don't be afraid that I talk about Margaritaville, because, well, that's where I live, but I'm happy to help you with your house in paradise, whether it's here or someplace else.